Every time we put a card in Basura, can you edit like a trash can with fire, but coming in as an explosion?
No, get a trash can getting run over multiple times by a trash can because it's trash and it's getting hit by a trash can.
Nah, that's too complicated. Don't do that. It's not funny.
Nah, it'll be hilarious. You just gotta let it, flow. Let it happen naturally.
I got you, homie.
I hate everyone here. Hola, mi amigos y amigas. Hoy vamos oh, I don't know how to speak Spanish. Hey, everyone. Viva la piñata! Today we're going to be ranking the One Piece TCG blue cards for Romance Dawn. And we have with you today the Macho Quattro, the better version of the Fantastic Four. We got Michael.
What it do?
We got Giovanni.
Yeah!
That was so delayed, but I love you, baby. And we got my favorite, Joel.
How do you do?
I hate you.
Same, bro. Same.
But as I said before, we are ranking the One Piece card game, specifically the blue archetype, if you can see right here. And without further ado, let's just go straight into it. With the very first card is a 4-drop Arlong for 5,000 power with 1,000 counter power. Dawn ×1, activate main. You may rest this card. Choose one card from your opponent's hand. Your opponent reveals that card. If the revealed card is an event, place one card from your opponent's life area at the bottom of the owner's deck. Two things with this. I think its effect is good, but in reality, when are you popping off that effect? I think if there's a deck that one day loves event cards, like Blurple Crocodile is there, but it's not that heavy where you would use it against Blurple Crocodile. I could see the potential. I wouldn't call it straight trash, because if you actually hit that card, it'd be fire, right? But it's still only potential because this card isn't searchable. You play it and you're hoping you don't, you don't top 5 it from like a supernova draw or whatever.
Yeah, if there was a way to guarantee it, it'd definitely be better. But plus, it's also playing into the downfall of blue that it has to be rested so it can get killed.
Yep, agreed.
Rested, baby. Okay, and next up we got Giovanni with his favorite girl,
Alvida. All right, so she's 2 power, 3,000 attack, that 2,000 counter power, which is fire. Dawn ×1. When she attacks, you discard a card from your hand and you return one of your opponent's characters with the cost of 3 or less to their hand. So I don't know. It's the same problem I don't like with blue, that you have to return it back to hand. And I guess you have to get rid of a card from your hand. I'm gonna be real. I don't even think this has potential, bro. Like, dude, I don't know, because it's got the 2K combo power, bro. You have to.
Okay, listen. It's either staple or very playable. Every blue deck I've seen runs this. Even Blurple decks run this.
Alvida is counter power. Counter power is good.
Why you run her. Yeah, I doubt you'd actually use that. You run her because of the counter power.
Listen, I played the Alvida, and then people get, especially against red, right? You play it, the Robin's there, they get scared. Because now I'm just gonna bounce your Robin. Yes, granted, I'm losing a card and I have to swing. It won't really go through because it's 3,000. But the Rob,
not even on play. It's when it attacks. I'd kill that with my Robin. I'd kill that with my Robin.
Not if you get that first. It's a 2-drop. You can play it first turn.
I guess, yeah.
Or you can play it before they even get out there, Robin. What if it's like turn 2, turn 3? You're like, you know what? I have 2 free energy.
I put Alvida in good.
I put it very playable.
I agree. It's good. I don't think it's very playable.
I've seen so many blue decks run it, but okay.
Decision maker.
My card, I would say good. I think blue gets better. That's not
Alvida is good.
But if we want to talk about a staple card right here, we got Virgo. For 5 cost, 7K, he is the most efficient beat stick when it comes to, or heavy hitter when it comes to blue. Which you guys are gonna see later on.
I definitely don't think it's staple.
I've never not seen a card that doesn't
I've
have.
seen decks without the Virgo.
I put Virgo at very playable.
I think it's the best very playable card.
Because he's a 5-drop. A lot of cards in other decks will send them or pop them.
Yeah.
Send them back or pop them.
Yeah. That's very
It
true.
does go
Green
around
can do it.
separately.
Red can do it.
That is
He's very
true.
playable. Don't get me wrong. He's a great
Yes.
beat stick.
100% agreed. But yeah. I feel like if we're putting a card in staple, everyone is running it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay.
I say very cool.
All right. Let's go. It's Krieg time, baby. He's a 4-drop, 6K, with a counter of 1,000. The great value version of Virgo. Me personally, I put him in Basura. You're 4, you're getting popped by anything. Even though you're 6, you're gonna play him for 4 energy. He's gonna literally. There's a bunch of counters that could just pop him like he's nothing. I put him in Basura. I've never seen him been run Basura.
I would honestly change it to potential because for 4 energy,
Same,
you are
I
getting
agree.
a 6K.
I agree, because blue doesn't have anyone that attacks that much, and it sucks to say, but seeing the fact that he had 6,000 was kind of, oh wow.
Yeah, I was surprised
Yeah.
by the 6K, to be honest.
The great value feels somehow the best blue has to offer.
And even if,
Hey,
if you
Walmart's
wanted
colors blue. Don't be dissing.
exactly. Even if you wanted to kill it, most attackers are 5K unless you get late game. Then you would have to pitch a card for the Krieg, you know? So I think
Yeah.
there's value in that. But you know what's also value? This 7-drop Crocodile for 7K power, 1K counter power. Banish, so it has critical if you play Dragon Ball Super. For Dawn ×1, blue event cards in your hand cost 1 less to play. If you watch our State of Blue video, we kind of went more in depth in this card, so I won't go too crazy. I think for what it offers, it's not too much. I believe we ended up saying it's just a free 8K swing. Like you get a free extra 1K because it added the negate -1, obviously. So I think it's good. It has
I think
to be
it's good, not better than Alvida.
Yeah, I think it's good.
I agree with that.
Okay.
All right, next up, Gecko Moria. So he's a 4-drop, 5,000 power with a counter power of 1,000 that on your turn, if you have 5 or more cards in your hand, this character gets double attack. So he'll deal 2 damage. Double attack's fire, not gonna lie. Especially 4 for 5. It's almost like the Seeker Yamato. So it's 1 less energy. It doesn't do the banish, but double attack's always gonna be good to get in there. So
Yeah. I would also leave it at good, to be honest.
Yeah, I put him
it gets
above
splashable.
Crocodile.
Above Crocodile.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can see that good. Maybe very playable, but it's a lot of conditions to have it like that. So I see it in good.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a 4-up, but I definitely think you can tech it.
All right, next up is Caesar Clown. So, for 4 cost, 5,000 attack, and 1,000 combo power, his effect is on knockout, play 1 smiley from your deck, and then you get to shuffle your deck. So I think, I see what they're trying to do with him. I don't think it's the best, only because you got to drop 4 for 5,000, and he has to be knocked out, if I'm not mistaken. So it's like, you're playing 4 to play a 3 cost for free. It's like, it's alright. It has potential if they tweak it, in my opinion. But it's going to be low end good.
I will say the best thing about this, if you look at the Sensomaru that says play a pacifist of 4 or less, I believe, the Caesar Clown does have the potential to one day, if they ever make a Caesar Clown deck that's also blue, to be busted, because I'm pretty sure they would make another smiley card, and this card might get eroded because it has no restrictions for like a smiley 7-drop if that ever happens, right? So
yeah.
I think this has potential, but when? Maybe 10 years from now.
I'll put it in potential just because if you look at Smiley, he gains 1,000 for every card in
You know what?
hand.
Let's do Smiley real quick. Yeah, Joel, read Smiley.
Okay, let me go to Smiley real quick so I can read them. Smiley, for 1 Dawn, on your turn, this character gains 1,000 power for each card in your hand. So tying that back in with Caesar, so you pop it, he gets popped, you bring out Smiley, He's inactive. He's actually not rested for once. And then your next turn, you attach him, so he's at 2,000. If you have a decent hand of 4 or 5 on you, if you've been taking life or drawing, now you're at what, like 6-7k swinging for a 3 cost. That's why I put Caesar in potential, and I'm gonna put Smiley in potential as well behind all of them.
The thing is,
Honestly, they must have translated the Japanese wrong. There's no way that must be a misprint. That should be played in red.
here's the
It doesn't
thing
go with the blue team.
with the Smiley. I might even put it to Basura because at most this was a 1 free swing, and in some decks like red with the 2 drop counter, if you misplay or like your attacking order, your sequencing, you can even pop this Smiley like before it hits.
Honestly.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Pistol alone.
Basura. And the problem is he swings, like you said, he swings 1. He's
And
back
then
to
next
1,000.
turn he's just an 1,000 that's gonna get killed.
Nami's killing him, bro.
Exactly.
Or the top on him. And Otomo's durability could probably kill him.
Oh my god. Dracule Mihawk, probably one of the worst boss monsters in the game, and yet he's the coolest character in the anime.
Coolest? I got Don Flamingo got a Feather Fink
Mihawk
Gucci
is
jacket.
amazing. You saw
Mihawk
the man
doesn't have a
disrespect
feather-
Zoro with a butter knife.
But does he have a pink Gucci jacket?
Bruh.
I
Hey,
think
He has the
Look,
baboons. He has the
He can
baboons.
use your sight.
But
He can
does
give
he
you your sight
have-
others.
Does he have the Gucci pink jacket?
You're looking at the wrong altar, bro.
I think Mihawk has to be good, right? I've had Mihawk multiple times, and I'm probably the guy who plays blue the most. I had Mihawk multiple times. Let's say out of 10 times, I play him twice. His energy cost is way too expensive for his attack value, and not only that, for his effect. I rather play. Honestly, I can do both right now. I rather play the 7-drop Don Flamingo than I would rather play the 9-drop Mihawk, because then I can have leftover energy to either combo with, to negate with, or something. Because the Mihawk also, let me read its effect. On play, choose a character, place 1 character who costs a 7 or less at the bottom of the deck. The removal is better than most removal for blue, but I think it's just good. I might even put Don Flamingo, which is a 7 for 7,000 power. Same effect, except for the card going to the bottom of the deck, it goes to your hand. I might put Don Flamingo very playable and Mihawk to good.
Okay, personally, my opinion, I have Mr. Mihawk going up to very playable behind Don Flamingo. And the only reason why I say this is blue's known to getting those blockers up. You get your blockers up, you drop the 9-drop late, you're protecting him, he's hitting 9k every turn. Just to take him out, it's going to be a pain in the ass. You're going to have to exhaust blockers and then ramp up to 10k to hopefully not get countered out. I have him a very playable.
Me and Alex are the only people who played blue. Every time I've had him, it's like, but what do I get? I don't even get to take out a useless kid. I
I'll
don't
put
even
it
get
on
to take out a
top of-
Shanks.
I'll put it on top of good.
Top
Unless you
of
guys
good, but
really
very,
vote
very
playable.
playable. I'm telling you, me and Alex played him. You literally, it's like every time I've had him and I can drop him, I'm like, but I can literally do so many better other
Because
options.
you're
to
talking
just
about
pop.
protection, right? Let's go through that real quick. Red stops blockers. It has rush cards that say you can't block, okay? And even green can rest your blockers. So I don't know. I understand, but I feel like Mihawk is still very vulnerable.
Yeah, I say top of good at most.
Top
Unless
of
we're
good.
voting for this.
Top of good. I'm okay with that. Top of good.
I'm
Okay.
okay with top of good, but this is gonna be. He's definitely one of the better blue cards, and he's not even a staple, bro.
Go ahead, Giovanni.
So we have a Jinbei here for 4 with 2,000 power. That on play, you get to place a character with the cost of 3 or less at the bottom of its owner's deck. So sadly, I honestly think he's a staple, bro, for blue.
No, he's not. No, I'm stopping you there. No,
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 bro.
no.
He's
Not,
the
it
only
has
one.
potential,
He's one of
but
the
trust me
few
when
that
I say
actually says bottom
Before
of
you
deck,
say
bro.
something, Gio, I have played him. He has no combo power. He's 2,000 attack. You're really gonna spend 4 to send something at the bottom of a deck? He's literally useless. At most potential, if they make him cheaper, give him combo power or make him do more damage. Ask Alex every time me and him played him. After I drop him, I don't touch him at all. I literally took him out of the deck.
That's
I
literally
will
the whole point you play him, just the bottom of
No,
card. To
he
be
is
honest.
not worth it.
So, in my opinion, someone who's played a card where once you play them, they don't have a use. Killer's the same thing, and Killer's like a staple for kids.
So the
deck.
thing is with Green, you guys could keep bringing him back out, and he actually does more than fucking Jinbei. Jinbei
he
doesn't.
he
shit.
bottom decks. I'm not seeing Killer for the rest of the game.
I don't know, Alex, your call or Caesar.
I put Jinbei. My opinion, Jinbei goes very playable at the end.
No,
Yeah,
I got him.
really where it's at.
I
Yeah, it's
agree
not
with
a
Joel.
staple
Very
on
playable.
the board, but, like, yeah.
Really? You're the one who told me to take him out of the deck I had.
You're
Bro,
the one who
it's-
complained about it, brother.
Yes.
So the only reason why I say this, I forgot who I played. I don't know if it was yesterday or today. I know we're not supposed to talk about our battles. Someone kept bottom decking my goddamn cards, and I couldn't do anything.
I
Yeah,
will
so-
say, here's the thing. It's just, it's kind of expensive for what it does, but what it does is good. I think that's
Very-
my point with Jinbei.
Very expensive, no combo cost. Honestly, it's because of the trigger that it lets you play it from the trigger or whatever.
And you can't even attack with
Like,
it. It's 2k
Yeah,
power.
trust me. Blue's just gotten the short end of the stick constantly, but this is like you have to play it just because it bottoms.
Yeah. It can stop Robins. It can stop Zoros.
They can stop Killers.
So, I mean, I'm okay with
Very
bottom
playable
very
at the
playable.
end.
I can
Very
I can
playable.
see very playable.
I don't concede. Either way, the next card is Don Flamingo, a 3-cost 1k counter, 4k damage blocker, who is effect is on play. You get to look at the top 5 of your deck and place it at any order or bottom of the deck if you like. I'd say he's one of the cheaper blockers who has a pretty nice effect. So I'd say very good, high good.
High good?
Yeah,
can't-
high
I
good,
can't-
high good to very playable.
I can't disrespect the Mihawk. I'll
very
keep him
playable.
at good.
Yeah, I agree with that. No, that's all I have to say. I agree with that.
Here's the thing. He's a crutch in the Doflamingo deck, right? And he's pretty good. He's more important in the Doflamingo deck, but he could be useful in the Crocodile deck.
Yeah.
So I guess yeah, good.
It is me with the most annoying blocker in the game, Mr. Kuma. So he's a blocker. He's 5k damage. He's cost 4 with 1000 counter power. On KO, put up to 1 cost 4 or lower Pacifista from your hand. So I think he's good because he subs himself out. So if you pop him, you bring out another Pacifista. So I put him at very playable, maybe staple.
I would say staple.
I
would
think
agree
he's
with
at
Staple.
least staple.
Yeah, I'm not mad at that. Like I said, I could see him staple.
Remember, Blue loves. Michael was gonna say Blue loves pacifistas and Blue loves blockers. This is basically 2
Yeah.
blockers for 4 energy.
Staple might be too low. He might be possibly meta, just for where the state of Blue's at right now.
I know. It's gonna surprise you. This one's possibly meta.
Yeah, I agree. That one's possibly better.
Because here's the thing, right? You can run the Setsamaru, but you have to run him. You can't run him. You know what I mean? This is just 4 drop, a 5k power, just a blocker. That's all it is. No combo power. That's it. But like we said with this Kuma, the state of Blue is just all blockers. It's only and best engine in all of Blue, so it has to be that.
Yeah, agreed.
All right. So next up, we got a 2-drop 4K power Bellamy. Is it 2 L's or an I?
Bellamy.
Say that.
Bellamy.
Yeah. So his effect is his picture. That's it. That's all he does. So, yeah.
The effect is a great upper body.
Yeah, good.
I'm gonna honestly say trash because Blue doesn't even have anything that can utilize these skill lists right now, so I can't
Yeah.
even see potential.
Agreed. Basura.
I agree, especially like you do have to dump the Dawn just to even attack with it, you know?
Yeah.
Next up is Perona. Her 1 cost 2000. Her effect is on play. Look at the top 5 of your cards and rearrange them in any order or bottom them. I think potential at most, just because there's so many decks in Blue that have that same thing. And like, if I get her in the if she's my first card on my first turn, that's really good. But other than that, it's like
It's literally so sad, but she's honestly a staple, bro. Like,
Yeah,
sh-
I
you
was
have
gonna
to
say
run-
that too.
You have to run the one drop cert. Like,
I
it's
just wish.
technically their one drop draw, but it doesn't even draw.
I
I just
put it-
no, honestly, I just wish I could draw after I'm rearranging at the very least, but it's like
I think it's staple. Get it in the beginning of the game for 1 energy for first. Next turn, you're taking out. You're
Not-
getting the card you want most.
It's not even that, because let's say you don't even see your like rearranged cards. If you see her, at least you get another rearrange, right?
Yeah.
But I won't lie, I agree with what Michael said. There's been multiple times where I've rearranged my deck back to back to back, just because half of the cards in this game does that, or in blue does that.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
it's very sad. Any other color, she's trash. But, you know, for blue, it's
Yeah.
staple.
It's very sad that, yeah. And like they could have offsetted the no draw by like 2,000 power, 2,000 counter power, but no,
Yeah.
no.
Minimum, right? At least purple. Purple got the draw and 2K power.
That's true.
Uh,
All right,
they
next
hate us.
up, the baddest woman ever, Boa Hancock.
Most beautiful woman in the world.
Bro,
Oh.
most annoying blocker in this dang color. She's a blocker for four costs, 5,000, 1,000 counter, times 1 Dawn. When attacking or on a block, you draw a card if there are 5 or less cards in your hand. I think she's meta. She's annoying. She gives you value while blocking. I think she's meta.
You know what, Joel? I was gonna disagree. I was gonna say staple because every blue deck runs this, but then I was like, wait, every blue deck runs this. So yeah, I'll give it to meta. This card offers way too much value, especially if you can keep it alive.
On screen, off screen, she's doing it all, man. She's holding blue on her back. You see that arch? It's blue, all on her back. She's holding it all.
Next, my favorite One Piece girl. 3-drop 1,000 power, Miss All Sunday, aka Robin. She's a blocker. On KO, if this leader is Baroque Works, type, add 1 event from your trash to your hand. Blurple Kaido, she's obviously she's built for Blurple Kaido. She's a decent, not Kaido, Crocodile, Blurple Crocodile. Obviously she's a blocker, she fits the blue narrative, but good. For me at least, bottom good. Because getting your event cards are good, and then Blurple Crocodile is all about playing with events, right? So
I agree.
just because you get something from your trash and you kind of already know what's there, so
yeah. And it helps for control survivability with like making just surviving a hit, but both
Yeah.
in this blocker and in the negate you'll pick up.
Yeah, because blue definitely does have some of the better negates.
Yeah.
Nice.
Oh my. Yeah, we'll see that soon.
All right,
Yeah.
so next up we got a Miss Double Finger Zala. Dang! Look at all this text. You ready for this? On KO, we're gonna draw one. That's it. Mic drop. All right. So,
Possibly meta. Let's go, baby. No, I'm joking.
I don't know. What do you think, boys? You play blue. What
I
do
mean,
we feel?
based on those hips alone, possibly meta. Based on effect, I don't know. You're getting a 3. All the values in the draw one, but then you got to ask yourself, in a color that already draws a lot, is a draw worth 3 energy? That can't even swing.
There's no way for her to like block and get the KO because
Mocha is a 3-cost 5k 1,000 combo power.
Just potential.
Potential.
Maybe bottom of good.
Nah, potential. I think.
Yeah. You for 3 energy, you can swing. You go live with a hit, right? You don't need to invest any Dawn. That's all you got to say.
Why is there so many skillets in blue? There's not even a way to utilize this.
Yo, maybe next set, brother. There's the foreshadowing.
They literally just got lazy. They wanted to print some nice looking cards, so
All right, next up is Monet. It's Monet. 2 costs, 3,000, 1k counter power. Has a trigger. You play this card. I don't see no value in her. You gotta hope she's in your life. For me, Basura.
Yeah.
I agree.
I don't know.
completely.
One of
She
the
look like
hottest
you got-
women in One Piece, but not for me.
that's what I'm saying. She look like she got a bright future, my boys. I don't know if she's the trash. That's potential, maybe.
I get the man that Zoro demolished. 2-drop, 3,000 power, Mr. 1. For Dawn ×1, during your turn, if your leader is a Baroque Works type, for every 2 event cards in your trash, this character gains plus 1,000 power. So already, because I read the Robin first, this already counteracts each other, right? Yes, we know the Crocodile loves of events cards, but I already see like it doesn't mesh well, and it's in the same engine.
You could definitely put this in potential. If there's a deck that
Yeah.
can utilize event cards and more event cards come out, I could see this actually being useful. You could have like a nasty hit late game, but
So
like
essentially, Purple Crocodile, would you think it's like Prism Frieza from DBS? Almost, because it just wants the event cards.
yeah, I mean, it took a while for Prison Frieza to get good. Maybe that's
Crocodile,
what-
Purple Crocodile. Okay, I'll put it potential. Thank you, Javon.
Potential. Yeah.
All right, so next up we got after number 1. What's number 2? Oh, whoops.
I
Alright,
don't know what is after number 2.
3.
guess we'll skip it straight up to
All right, Mr. 2 Bond Clay. He's a 3-cost 4K power with 2,000. That holy combo power, baby. We got 2K combo power. All right, so on attack for 1 Dawn, you're going to look at the top 5 of your deck and reveal an event card with Baroque Works in it and add it to your hand. Then you're going to place the remaining at the bottom of your deck. So, I don't know. I kind of like him. The 2K power is going to be useful. He's
I think
gonna be
it's
a
good
5K
for the
hitter.
Blurple Crocodile engine, and that's it.
Yeah, so
Agreed. I put him middle of the pack. Good.
Nah, I think Gecko Moria and Alvina are better. I would put him good, maybe like above or below the Robin, or
Put him
above the
above Robin.
Croc. Okay.
All right.
I mean, he's the first decent card we've seen that we could actually say is good. At least he
Well-
swings for 5. He gets you a card.
Yeah.
Since we like
So-
numbers so much, number 3's right here.
Let's
which,
go.
funny enough, only costs 2.
Wait,
But
what's after 3? No.
so for 2 cost 3,000 power, 1,000 counter. His effect is on play. If your leader is a Baroque Works type card, choose one of your opponent's cost 4 or lower characters. Until the end of their turn, that character cannot attack. Now, I think that is very good in the beginning. I think it's very playable. And it's kind of funny that he's the only character who does that. I would argue staple as well, just because imagine like you're playing red and they keep spamming a Zoro Rush, or like I think they also have a 4-drop Luffy. You could literally play him and be like, yeah, he can't attack no more this turn.
So
Yeah.
it's crazy
And
because
this is what blue should be.
Yeah,
this would
it's-
be a better blue.
it's crazy because not all blue leaders can play this, and it's literally just both Crocs, but like it sounds like a staple. Or I don't even play a My Crocodile though.
See him as a staple. I've been screwed over by him. He's a staple to me.
Okay, I'll give it to you.
He sounds really good just on the play effect, bro. Like,
All right, I got the first event card, I think, for the whole video. Yeah, I do. Perfect. All right, counter. Your leader or one of your characters gain 4,000 power during this battle. Then return one active character with a cost of 3 or less to the owner's hand. Okay, I don't know where to put this. I think it goes at the end of good, just because the 4K counter and it's only costs 2 Dons, so that's really good. My thing is you have to be careful with who you're sending back to the hand. You're sending back anything in red, green, law, pretty much anything in green, you're gonna get punished for it. So I put it at the end of good.
I will
I honestly
agree.
think
If
it's
you-
got to be way more better. You guys aren't reading it right. It
Green
says
is
return
literally
one
the
active
perfect-
character. You can return your own card, so you could use it to play your Mr. 3 again, your Mr. whatever
Can you
again.
do that?
You could, yeah, you can
Oh
return your
yeah,
own
return one active character with a cost of 3 or
Whoa.
less.
Oh, I didn't know
card.
that.
Very playable. Very.
I
Yeah.
would say the
Very
thing is you don't ever want to compare blue to green, because green is rock, blue is scissors, like every single time.
I think you said that wrong. Rock beats scissors, no?
Yeah, blue loses to scissors all the time. Green, rock, blue, scissors.
But also overheat, depending, even if you're returning it back to hand, let's say for opponent, if they mix up their sequencing, even with a red Rush Zoro, at least they gotta pay that energy cost again or something. You know, I say very playable is good.
very playable, especially if if what Gio says is true.
It's true. It
If you
doesn't
go
say
br-
opponent's cards.
Yeah, so if you could bring back your Mr. 3 and stuff like that, I put it very playable.
Alright,
Next up, with probably a staple negate in blue, Desert Sparta. For 1 energy counter, your leader or one of your characters gain plus 2,000 power during this battle. Then look at the top 3 cards from the top of your deck and return them at the top or bottom of the deck in any order. Trigger, draw 2 cards and trash 1 card from your hand. It's sad when your counter has a better trigger effect than the counter itself. That's and it's a staple. I don't know what to say, but yeah, it's the 1-drop counter. It's not the best, it's not the worst, and it's a
But
staple.
It's a staple.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the sad truth.
All right, so next up we have Officer Agents. So it's a 2-drop counter that you get to play 1 character with Baroque Works in its type and a cost of 3 or less from your hand without paying its cost. And then the trigger does exactly what the counter does. So what are you guys thinking? Have you actually played with this card? Like, what is its
that card.
sequence? Is it good?
I've never touched that card.
I've
neither.
never.
Basura!
No,
I would say potential. You could argue potential.
I would say good.
Good.
Wait, I might be reading the wrong card. I might be reading the wrong card.
But honestly, I think it really might be kind of trash, at least for where we're at right now. Like, there's definitely some nice 3-drop Baroque Works that you could play. Like the guy that literally says your opponent can't attack with a 4 or less. But remember, you got to play it from your hand. So you have to have that card. And when you're countering, it's 2 energy, right? And you're not even getting combo power. So realistically, I see it as trash. Even if the Baroque Work cards get better, I don't even think this would be potential unless...
God damn it, I think you're right.
Why would you pay a 2 for a 3, bro? Like, it's not that much great value here, bro.
Especially it has to be, and there's only like 1 blocker that's a 3-drop Baroque's work. I mean, maybe you could play the 2. I think you're right.
You got a point. You got a point.
Basura.
Oh damn, dude. What was the trigger? Oh wait,
To
no,
do the effect.
honestly, you know what? I would put it in potential if you at least hit
You're
this.
being outvoted,
Okay,
Basura.
okay.
Vetoed.
All right. Next up is Crescent Cutlass. The effect is a 3-cost counter. If your leader has the 7 Warlords of the Sea type, return 1 character with a 5 cost to the owner's hand. So
I heard Fiverr. Go on.
Yeah,
5 cost on accident. It's supposed to be 5 or less. What's it called? So is this the same thing where like it doesn't say your opponent, so I guess you could return your own card back into your hand.
Yeah.
So I guess I'd say good, very playable.
That's if they were gonna kill your card, but like
Hold
3
on.
energy.
What would you return that's 5 or less in?
Virgo,
Ooh.
Jinbei.
Oh.
Senamaru,
Yeah. Yeah, very
Pacifista,
playable.
Boa.
You wouldn't return your Senamaru.
You wouldn't return your Senamaru.
It kind of sucks because it goes counter block auto too. So if you activated that counter and tried to block with Boa, you wouldn't. Get the
I would use Senamaru if you had if it was rested.
Yeah,
To
but
protect it. It could protect your rested characters you don't want to get popped. So let's say your Boa gets rested, boom, bring it back.
I would say like 8 times out of 10 though you're using this
right,
offensively than you
let's-
are defensively.
Let's
And
vote on
again-
it. I have it at very playable.
no counter power for 3 energy. So,
I think it has to be middle good, maybe bottom good.
I go middle good.
Okay.
Above Gecko Moria's ugly neck.
I'm saying potential, but yeah, we'll go good. I guess.
Because it's
Team
still
vote.
because it's still a card wipe if you need removal, but we'll see an event card soon. I think it's just a better version for 1 more energy. But next up is
For 1 cost, Baroque Works, main. Look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal 1 Baroque Works type card other than Baroque Works, and add it to your hand. Place the remaining cards at the bottom of deck in any order. I don't know. I'm gonna let you guys take over. I think it's potential.
That's
That's
so
me.
sad. It's a staple, bro. It's the only draw for blue. Like, that's blue's draw. You don't get to play something and have counter power. You literally get to replace the card in your hand.
And no,
like-
that's once again going with the Mr. 3. That's staple for the Blurple or Blue Crocodile. Yeah. Mainly
Yeah,
the
but I mean-
Blurple Crocodile, because I feel like the Blurple prefers it prefers all the event stuff, and that's what the Mr. 2, Mr. 3 cards do. The Baroque
I'm not
Works.
saying it's a good staple, but you guys have seen in blue, it's very hard to draw, and it's the only way to get the card you need when you need it.
Yeah.
All right. Next up.
Next up is Crocodile, 4-drop, 5,000 power. Dawn times 1. This character gains blocker. I would play the Kuma. Word for word, I would play the Kuma. Why would I play this?
This guy a Dawn that he can't even use on.
Yeah. I agree.
Straight trash, because the ability is just a slap in the face.
See, I
Yes.
can understand. Oh, you're already a Baroque Works deck, so you want a Baroque Works person. I would just run the Kuma. I would run the
In
Kuma.
what world would you
Look,
play that over both?
Hey, listen. Baroque Works is hiring Kuma for the event. That's all I know.
All right. Next up, we got that busted Trafalgar Law
It's
promo.
probably the
baby.
best blue card.
Exactly.
Yeah, I
Holding
agree.
on it back with Boa. So he's a 6-drop, 7k power. On play, if your opponent has 6 or more cards in their hand, add one of your opponent's life cards to their hand. So he's definitely meta. Like he's putting blue on his back right here.
He's the only blue card that actually incentivizes what blue's trying to do, which is control. You know, like he's the reason you're gonna live to like turn 8 without swinging, because he can slowly chip away life.
Yeah, and especially like you build up value with him, because if you're gonna play the Virgo for 5 to get a 7, an extra energy to get rid of 1 life, like that's better than great value. What's gonna be our? We have our great value, and then what is this? Our like Versace
Public
or
brand.
exotic
Public
pro value?
Nah, this is Versace.
We're gonna have to come up with off cam for the next video, but he's a good card.
And this is where blues like search the top 5, put it top or bottom actually comes in play, because Law is technically not searchable. There's no 5-drop, no search card that's going to actually draw him into your hand, but because it's all about rearranging your deck, you can literally make this your next draw.
Yeah, if they ever come out with the blue-green Bonnie
Yeah.
searches Supernova.
Yep, that is true. That is true.
There could definitely be a multicolor coming up next.
Speaking of the next card, Edward Weevil. 3 cost for 5. Put him in potential right next to Mocha.
Aw, it's sad that a 7 warlord has the same amount of power as like a
Hey, bro.
very big girl.
The 7 Warlord versus a 7-year-old. I think it's pretty even.
All right. Next up, Crocodile. He's a blocker, and for 1 Dawn on block, place 1 character with a cost of 2 or less at the bottom of the owner's deck. My opinion, Basura.
Nah, Basura. I can see good.
He's definitely better than the 4-drop Crocodile. at least.
Yeah.
Yeah, he leads Basura. He's almost out of there.
No. I can.
I put him potential. You could argue low at good, because for a Dawn on block, or turn up to one of your
I would honestly say somewhere good, even bottom good, because remember, he's a block and you have to commit to already kill him. That's why the law is so busted. And then for Dawn times 1, especially on green, or any deck that has their weenie blockers, you can just like, is it bottom or hand?
Bottom of deck. Like, there's no way this guy's any less than very playable, bro.
bottom
like,
of deck.
for
I
what
would put
Blue's
higher.
at right now, bro.
Here's the thing,
Five.
blue doesn't really play him, but honestly, I would
Yeah.
agree, either good or bottom very playable.
Okay, I see it.
I think high good.
High good, high
Dethrone.
good.
Yeah, dethrone Mihawk.
Would dethroning Mihawk?
Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I'm the greatest swordsman.
Oh wow.
This is my better night.
Greatest swordsman has a hook. I like it. Next up, 4-drop Gecko Moria. Add 1/7 Warlord of the Sea or Thriller Bark type character with a cost of 4 or less other than Gecko Moria from your hand. It's kind of sad because I don't like it. I usually don't play it. It's a staple.
Yeah, it's a staple.
It's
I
a
think we could all
staple.
agree.
And that makes me cry. And there's like 1, 2, 3, 4 cards we have to say that on. I hate blue with a passion.
Oh god.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really sad, but he's the best. At least you get a card and then he dies. All right. So next up, we have a 4-drop 5,000 power Mihawk with a 2K combo power less. All right. So he's got to give it a dawn. You get to draw 2 cards and discard 2 cards from your hand when he attacks. So he's a staple for blue just because
He's a
you're
staple.
cycling all these cards that you're setting up on the top of your deck. You really
Agreed.
have to. And plus, he's a 2K combo power. So even if his effect was Garbo, you'd probably still run him.
And he's such a
Agreed.
staple that in Blurple decks that barely even touch blue. Like I've seen more Blurple decks that run the purple engine than they do blue. They always have him and another card will touch on soon.
Yep, just because it's
Right.
2K power and you're cycling.
Yep, the draw 2 trash 2's busted.
Yep.
So we got Jinbei, 1,000 combo, 2 cost, 4,000 attack. He's skillless. I just say he's trash, bro.
Yeah.
Basura.
He's the Straw Hats driver and he's driving straight to the trash can, brother.
All
know
right,
you-
next up for 3 costs, 4,000 power, 1,000 counter is Sentomaru, possibly meta, yeah. Once per turn, for 2 Dawn, play up to 1 Pacifisto with the cost of 4 or less from your deck, then shuffle your deck.
Yep.
Just great. Just
Every
fucking great.
every duck quack. Every deck runs the Sentomaru Pacifista engine if you're blue. Some don't, but like really it's the best engine for blue.
At 9 out of 10. Like,
And if we went to possibly meta, now we're going with another staple, 1-drop blocker. That's all you really need to hear. Like it's your 1-drop blocker that every color has. In a blocker heavy deck like this, it's almost vital to be honest.
Yeah, agreed.
all right. Next up, we got one Flamingo. 7-drop, 7K
What?
power. Then on play, you return a 7 or less. We have Kuma. A 2-drop 3,000 power. Then on play, you look at the 3 cards to the top of your deck and return them to the top or bottom of the deck in any order.
Told you that Gucci jacket was nice.
I don't know. I don't really like it. I think it's Basuda.
I'd say potato. Yeah,
there-
never mind. I was lying to myself.
Basura.
Speaking of trash,
Can't swing with
everyone's
him.
favorite clown, Buggy D Clown, 1 cost, 3K trash.
No, it's possibly meta. I don't care what anyone says.
You know,
See,
yeah.
this is what
This
happens.
before he trained with Down D stairs.
This is what happens when you have the guy who's a Buggy fan control the entire thing, baby. Buggy is possibly meta. You know what?
Oh.
No, we did it before. I'm doing
God.
it now. We're getting the
Oh.
Buggy tier. No, mother trucker. Yeah, the
You're
Buggy
terrible
tier.
with your maker, bro.
The
Don't
Buggy
even-
tier. I like that. Oh my god.
Well, at least add D Clown. He's
Yo,
doing
Yo, Buggy's the first one in my heart, and he's gonna find the One Piece first. I don't care what anyone says. Okay.
All right. Next up, we got the 4-drop 6,000, the Pacifista. Personally, me, I see potential in it.
I agree.
Yeah.
I don't think it's trash, especially it being a beat stick. It can be searched out by the Sentomaru. It can be traded in with the thing. It's just blockers are more valuable. Is the simple truth.
You
of the
gotta put
matter.
him above Don Craig because he's literally Don Craig with the side of effects that Sentomaru could search for him.
That's very true. That's very true. Yeah. Next up is the 20th love of my life in One Piece, Boa Hancock. I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, bro. I like me some Nico
Bro,
Robin. I'm a
he
Nami
loves-
fan.
Bro, don't you know he's Big Mom's biggest fan?
Oh my god.
Just don't look at my search history. What? 3-drop Boa Hancock. Trash. It's a trigger blocker, and that's what's making it a recost. It's not worth it. Just play the law. Literally,
Look,
there's
y'all
no reason.
Trash.
There'd be a Boa tier list.
Nah, I control this, baby.
All right, next up we got a 4-drop 4,000 power Marshall D Teach. So- He's got a counter power of 1,000 that on play you're gonna return a character with the cost of 3 or less to their owner's hand. Kind of good because you're gonna be able to cycle those Mr. 3s and stuff from your own, but I don't know. I still don't like the. It would You give it to your opponent back to their hand, or most of the time I'm gonna want to give myself a card back to hand. So
And
I
then
don't
you're
know.
not
He has
even, you
potential,
can't
but-
even
Bro,
swing, and you're
I will
using.
say the day there's a blue-green deck, OP.
OP. Agreed.
OP. Just imagine you don't have to. I mean, Law is still pretty good, but still, you have all your other cards that could do that for you now.
Yep.
Yeah. Get all them effects back to hand. That'd be nuts.
Next up is for 4 cost, Tabulous. On play, return one of your opponent's characters with a cost of 7 or less to their hand, and the trigger is to activate the card's main. So I think that is very good. I think that is staple even, just
Yeah, I think
because
it's staple.
it's like I'm just imagining against a red deck sending their 6-drop Luffy back into their hand. So now
I
they
know,
have to
that card
drop
pisses
2
me off.
more. What?
Yeah, that card when I play against it sometimes pisses me off, bro.
Yeah.
No,
It's
yeah,
a-
for sure. It's like you get such high value for return.
Yeah,
And
it kinda
especially-
sucks, but-
I agree.
Let's say they have like an army you have to demolish, and you're playing Croc. Play this for 4, return a 7 or less, and then just use Croc's ability with all your rested on.
if you actually hit that on a trigger too, bro,
Oh
that might
my
just
God.
literally save you a game.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Fucking until the Geos
Beautiful.
jump off.
All right, next up is Thrust Pad Cannon. It's a counter for 2 Dawn. Return a character with a cost of 3 or less to its owner's hand. I put it at maybe
Meh.
potential, maybe good, because for 2, I mean, no, it's Basura. Thinking about it, you're playing 2 to save a 3 to replay a 3. Like, I see it's trash.
Yeah, it doesn't have any combo power, but like honestly, all the blue decks I played against, they always use this card on me. So it's kind of annoying. Gets rid of the Nikos if you don't swing properly, if you don't use her first or whatever. Either way, it can get rid of a blocker. It has potential. It's not so good defensive wise, but getting you set up for your offensive turn, it definitely has some plays if you use it right.
Okay, so potential? Potential.
I don't know. I've noticed blue has a lot of counters that don't have counter power, and it's bugging me a lot.
Yeah, these should be
It's,
more like these
bugging
should
you?
be counter cards to be
Oh,
honest.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I think the end of good.
No,
I
I
mean,
think potential.
I put it mid-pack potential.
I agree with
I'll let the group. I'll go with the
I
group.
will say it's kind of weird how you said it, like how you're gonna have counter cards that you could only use for like defense that don't provide defense.
Give counter power.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like
Like I don't know who made blue, bro, but they really thought blue had some gas or something because they were like, "Nah, this is gonna be too busted, bro. Counter power and we
I
bounce
will
the card."
say,
No.
imagine if all the other cards instead of return to hand was bottom deck, blue would be amazing.
Here's the thing.
Oh,
I think
yeah.
whoever made the game really loved the Great Wall of China or something, because they really said this wall of blockers is gonna protect you, so we can do free like counter things that won't give you combo or like counter
Versus
power.
to
Wait,
even
what?
protect the blocker, bro, right?
Yeah, right. To protect even a 1,000 power, right? I would accept that, but nah. Okay, let's end it with probably the best blue card. It's definitely best blue event card, maybe the best blue
So
card.
funny we ended on this card. We didn't even plan it like this. This
Exactly.
is your literal favorite card.
2 energy. It's your 2 energy counter, so that already means it's going to give you 4,000 power to a character or leader for duration of battle. Then this is the best part. Literally blue, purple. Everyone plays this. Then if you have 3 or less cards in your hand, draw 1. This is a million times better than this card over here, which was a 3-drop 4k power, draw 1. This not only saves you life, it draws you. Yes, you have the condition of 3 or less, but honestly, there's ways to play around this. Literally, this can be your 4th card. Play it. You have 3 in your hand now. Draw 1. That's possibly meta.
Somehow it's one of the 2 cards, I think. There are 3 cards that draw in blue. Insane.
Before we end it, I noticed something as we were doing this video. I think blue specifically, and I like to watch all the videos and look back at it, might have the most staple cards in
Really?
like all the colors.
Bet you if you put them in a different color though, they wouldn't be staples.
Yeah.
That's the funny part.
Here's the thing, because the point is, blue is so freaking like, it needs these cards to work, and it like immediately gets destroyed if it doesn't, right? You couldn't fit any of these cards in, unless, like I said, you're doing blue, purple, crocodile.
Yeah.
And honestly, it's still way more weighted. Like, good down is way more thicker than anything up top. Like, there's nothing in here that's like, a lot of these, like, the Virgo and almost all the cards in very playable could really get pushed down. Like, we're very generous in blue, just for what it has to offer.
And that's what sucks when you know the strongest boss monster in blue doesn't even reach very playable. Does not.
Yeah, that's true.
It's very sad. But with that is our blue card ranking of. Any last thoughts, you guys?
Blue sucks.
I love
Six blue.
Six blue.
It's the worst color in the game. Not
Listen,
gonna lie.
baby, my first deck was Don Flamingo. My second was freaking Crocodile. I have faith for blue one day.
Hey, blue Donphy topped in Vietnam.
He was literally having meltdowns, just thinking he was a bad player. He's like, why can't I win?
Shut up. You don't gotta tell my insecurities in the video, Giovanni. Okay, but with that being said, if you liked the video, like, comment, subscribe. If you hated the video, like, comment, subscribe. You know, I'm desperate. Please take me to the dance. Any final words?
All right, well,
See ya.
Adios, y'all. Make sure to follow our other socials.
yep, and we'll be posting consistently every Sunday and Thursday. So make sure you hit that notification bell. Don't miss out.
And bye-bye.
君への